Okay, welcome back teachers and tutors. Now let's continue with the symbols of Othello. When we consider the symbols of Othello, one of the first things that comes to mind is the handkerchief. The handkerchief that Othello gave to Desdemona after the wedding. And it was like a love token, a token of his love and appreciation as a gift to Desdemona. So when we consider that, it's a plot device. It's also a plot device that Iago uses to his advantage and for his convenience. He uses it to weave the seeds, to weave the fabric of suspicion and deceit, where Othello, Cassio and Desdemona are concerned. He says, I've seen Cassio wipe his beard with the handkerchief that he gave to your wife. He says that to Othello to incite his jealousy. And Iago uses it to convince Othello of Desdemona's alleged affair and infidelity and adultery with Cassio, whom Iago mentions he saw Cassio rub his beard with. And it was the first gift to Desdemona received from Othello. And it's representative of Desdemona's fidelity and chastity to Othello. It was thought to be dyed with blood from mummified virgins. So the significance of this is that it symbolizes their wedding night, the wedding sheets on which Othello and Desdemona consummated their love. So it takes on greater significance when Othello learns that Desdemona has lost it, while he secretly believes that she has given it to the white Cassio. And it was given to Othello by his mother as a keepsake. Othello's mother used it to keep his father faithful to him. And the white virginal background symbolizes the wedding sheet on a bride's wedding night. Alright, and therefore this symbolism explains Othello's fury at finding out that Desdemona has lost it, and he assumes that she's given it to the white Cassio. Now let's look at the next symbol, which would be hell, demons and monsters. When we think of this symbol, Iago tells Othello to beware the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. So obviously this code is very telling, in which jealousy acts like a monster. It really consumes the person who becomes jealous. It's like the green-eyed monster, where traditionally the color green is associated with envy. And Emilia describes jealousy as a monster begot upon itself and born on itself. So basically it is all-consuming, and it will put Othello in a fever that judgment cannot cure. And towards the end of the play, after Othello learns of Iago's treachery, Othello calls Iago a devil and a demon in Act 5 Scene 2. Once again we see evidence of hell, demons and monsters. And Othello's earlier allusion to some monster in my thought ironically refers to Iago in Act 3 Scene 3. He might not be aware at this point there is dramatic irony on the part of the audience having this self-awareness and being exposed to the danger that Iago presents to Othello, but ironically he is referring to his best confidant, who is Iago. Othello's vision of Desdemona's betrayal is monstrous in Act 3 Scene 3. So once again we have evidence of hell, demons and monsters. And Othello's jealous fit of rage is brutish, grotesque, deformed and demonic. Where on his wedding bed he actually kills his love object, because as he says towards the end of the play, when you speak of me, do not speak of one that loved too wisely, but one that loved too well. So now let's look at the last symbol, which is the willow song. When we consider the willow song, it is a song about a woman who was betrayed by her lover. It was taught by Desdemona's mother's maid, Barbary, who died singing the song. It is a song about marital infidelity. And to Desdemona, the willow song represents a melancholic, very depressing and resigned acceptance of her alienation from Othello's affections. And sing singing the willow song leads Desdemona to question Emilia about the nature and practice of infidelity in Act 4, Scene 3, where she begins this conversation with Emilia right after singing the song. So it is very interesting to see how the two women have differing opinions on the nature of love. While Emilia sexualizes love and views it as sexual appetite and thinks of men as being very fickle towards women, on the other hand, Desdemona views love as something sacred, something high, and something very elevated. Alright? Okay, so that's it for the symbols. Stay tuned for the character analysis.